Hello everybody, and well, recently on YouTube I've been seeing quite a lot of people are doing these like what's in my rucksack videos, or bag, or gym bag, running bag, whatever, you name it. So I thought I would show you what's in mine. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? I think we're now suitably set up so that I can show you what's in my rucksack. So let's start off with the first quite obvious thing that's in there, and that would be a £4 felling axe, because you never know when you'll need one. It could just come in handy. Like, you might find yourself there's a tree like between you and your destination, so you might want to cut it down or something like that. So yeah, so as you can see, a £4 felling axe comes in very useful, especially for cutting down trees when they get in the way. Okay, so the second thing that's in here is a few rolls of tape, particularly gaffer tape. As you can see, I've nearly ran out of gaffer tape. Once again, comes in handy in case you need to tie something to a tree or something to a chair or something like that. So yeah, I find that's particularly gaffer tape, not so much on parcel tape, but definitely this. Or if you have Gorilla Tape, that also works, but I don't have any. I don't even know if they sell Gorilla Tape in the UK. Now the next thing is a pair of pliers, because, well, once again, you never know when you might need to give someone some dental surgery, and in which case these would come in very handy. That's about all for those. Next we have cable ties, or zip ties, whatever you want to call them. Now I have just put one in for demonstration purposes, but usually I tend to carry somewhere between 30 and 40 of these, because once again you might need to tie something to a tree or to a chair, or basically if you run out of tape, use cable ties, simple as that. Okay, so the next thing is a pair of scissors, because like say you do tie something to a chair and then you want to untie that thing from the chair, just simply cut it with a pair of scissors, and the same with the tape. And the cable tie did just fall down the back there. But yes, these scissors are quite sharp. I sharpened them the other day. Put those there for now, shall we? So the next thing is a penknife. Well, this bit's a penknife on there, which I find, like, say there's a tree or just some wood and you want to like mark it as your territory, I find this comes in very useful. And it's also entertaining for cutting bits of skin off and skinning animals and maybe other things that exist as well. So yeah, and all this is a parcel opener. It's not sharp at all. You can't cut yourself with it, and that is especially good, the fact that it's not sharp, because it doesn't cut, it more tears, therefore it will be more painful. Okay, now the second to last thing is this rather nice Argy stainless steel knife, which I find is very useful. I tend to find it's like a hunting knife. It's not that sharp because, well, I haven't sharpened it recently. The handle could do with maybe a bit of a sand down and a revarnish. It's got a little loop on it so you can hang it on a tree if you want. So I find this is useful for like cutting down little plants and stuff like brambles or nettles, providing you've got gloves. That's what I forgot to put in my rucksack. I knew there was something I forgot, gloves. But I'll deal with the gloves after. So you can just find yourself in the middle of nowhere, maybe in some dodgy building somewhere, and can come in very useful for opportunities that you might want to take advantage of. Now, lastly, we have the other knife. Now this one is like the brother to this one, the big brother to this one. Now this is a Nordscan stainless steel knife from Japan. As you can tell, it's got a similar type handle, you know, brass pins with the wooden handle. Once again, could do with the sand down and revarnish. But yes, this one, as you can see, is very long, and that means like it's extra good because when you're cutting the leg off the animal, then you've like got a knife that can do it. Like this is also, I don't have it with me, but bread knives are also quite useful because they have like little teeth on them to cut the bread. They work better, especially when cutting through cartilage and bone. Or you could just use a saw, which I don't normally take with me because, well, I don't need to normally take a saw. And yeah, that's this knife, really. I don't want much more to say about it. It's, well, a knife. And lastly, in this front compartment here, what I tend to do is I tend to have a camera in there because who knows, you might want to record whatever is going on. As we can see, the camera's fully working, and like I'm now recording myself with this camera. So yep, there's the other camera, there's this camera. So yeah, this camera is fully working perfectly, not a problem with it. And yeah, I just find it's useful to like put it on a shelf or just rest it on some rocks or something like that when you are doing whatever you are doing that may involve all of these other pieces of equipment that I carry around. And I'm going to start recording with this one now. And yeah, well, really, that's all. Also, if you're not wanting to record whatever you're doing with all of this equipment, if you find yourself in the middle of somewhere and you just want to vlog it, then you can just go ahead and vlog it normally because, well, you've got a camera with you, haven't you? Yes, you do. Right, so I think that's it for what's in the rucksack. Now, I don't have them with me, but I did mention gloves. Now, I personally find that gloves are a useful accessory when you are just walking about doing everyday things with various items. And that's like particularly important because if you come across an animal and you're skinning it, and well, you don't want to get like blood on your hands or anything like that. And that's why you wear gloves, really, just so you don't get stuff on your hands that could lead back to people tracing it back to you. So you want to look out for that. So yeah, that's really it. So this is what's in my rucksack or backpack or bag or whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, so that is what I carry around in my backpack whenever I go anywhere. So I hope the information in this video was valuable to you. So there's not much more to say really, so I guess that's the end of it. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. So you have just finished watching me going through what's in my rucksack, and I shall just point out that all of the information that was in that video is false. I would not carry an axe around with me or a pair of ridiculously large knives or anything like that, because not only is it illegal, also I have no reason to be carrying that stuff around anyway, and just to mention again, it is illegal to carry that around. All of the stuff that I unbagged in this video I would not carry around. In fact, the only things I would carry around out of this video is the backpack, which I would carry around because, well, obviously it's a backpack, so it's good for carrying things like papers, folders, things like that you want to carry, like legal things, not knives, okay? And the second one is the camera because, well, I'm a YouTuber. Quite obviously, you're watching this video on YouTube, and if you aren't, then that means that someone else has got hold of this video and uploaded it to a different site, because I only ever upload my videos to YouTube, because, well, I'm a YouTuber and I make videos, so if I go out and think that I want to record something, I can record it, and, well, yeah, basically record whatever I want to record. So, as a little ending note, this video was a skit idea, and this disclaimer at the end is just saying that it was a skit idea and I would never carry around an axe and knives and stuff around with me. because it's illegal. So I thought I'd point that out before someone ends up calling the police about all this stuff that I carry around, which I don't. It was a skit idea. So yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Well, speak to you. I'm getting a habit of saying see you when it's technically all I see is a camera, like I've said in previous videos. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.